conundrum. Most vexing indeed. So, hi. Do you know anything about the Meadows of Gems? The Meadow of Gems, you say? Yes, I do recall that book. I once went hither and thither in search of material with which to write a poem about merchants, and happened upon this book in the process. I did not fully comprehend the book's contents, but some of its anecdotes proved most inspirational nonetheless. Let me try to recall the name of that poem. Pray, give me a moment. Yeah, bro, don't care. Do you remember where I can find the book? Ah, so you wish to locate that book. I must confess that no such place comes to mind. However, if you need it urgently, I could just write you out a copy of it myself. From memory? You have an eidetic memory? It was hardly a lengthy text. Memorizing was no tall order. More to the point, the book collector wouldn't let me loan it out. And since poetry... Interesting. Since poetry is not something one can rush, I decided I'd simply write out a copy for my continued perusal. The book's contents were not very long either, so I have it more or less memorized now. That's seriously impressive work. It is but a trifling matter, my liege. My liege? I'm not your master. Still, perhaps you could do me a favour in exchange for the handwritten text. As embarrassing as this is, I've been so focused on gathering inspiration here that only now do I realise I have completely forgotten to eat today. Suddenly, I feel rather ravenous. Could you help me get a serving of triple layered consommé? I definitely don't have that on me. In exchange, I shall write you a copy of Meadow of Gems. I believe that should just about be done by the time you return. I definitely don't think I have that. The Meadow of Gems. How does it start? Ah, yes. Commerce and trade, like springs and streams, begin with the mountains and end with the seas. It's telling me I don't have it on me. Okay. Do I even have the recipe on me? Is another question. And if I don't, where the bloody hell am I getting it from? Yo, Smiley Yancha? Yancha, can you give me a hand? What is it called? It's a triple layered consommé. Triple layer. Yay! Proficiency 1 of 5. I've clearly cooked this before. My fowl! You're using my fowl! God, it's a day that you use all my damn birds. You suck. Bye, Smiley. I still don't know why that's your name, but I guess you are a pretty cheery man. I'm just going to yeet myself from this building if that's okay with everybody. Oopsies, this way. Excuse me, Apple. Thank you. Its grand plan charts the course that will lead us, slowly but surely, to Liyue's longevity and the people's prosperity. Ah, you've returned. One moment, I am still penning the last few lines. I wonder if he embellished it all on this. Or whether he wrote it word for word. There, that should do it. Here's a triple layered consommé. That can wait though. First, please see if the book is to your satisfaction. I trust that you will find my penmanship to be quite satisfactory. This is seriously impressive work. You praise me excessively, my liege. This book is for you. Don't lose it now. What a nice man. What? What? I don't know, but we're going this way. Oh, is this what the carpentry is? Is this why it wasn't familiar to... Oh my god, we've got abysmal weather at the moment.
Done until it clears. Let this
Downpour.
be a lesson to those who yesterday
Looks
said
like
I'll
there's
do
going
it
to be a bloody...
tomorrow.
Oh my god, you can see that from here? It's going to be a bloody storm. Why can you see that from here? Why can you see that from here? Isn't that... this? That's a long, long way away. And you can see it? That doesn't seem right. That gives me like the trauma of Final Fantasy 16 flashbacks. And how small that world is. Thanks. Just gonna steal your goods, guys. It's not like this poor village needs it. This place! I know this carpenter. I've seen him many a time. Do you need anything? I'd like to order some small ornaments made of bamboo. Small bamboo ornaments, you say? I could do it, but may I know where this order is coming from? It's from the checklist of bywens. Oh ho! An order from Yuhei Pavilion, is it? Well then, I suppose I could complete it as quickly as I can then. There is one problem though. The bamboo forest that I frequently gather materials from has suddenly become occupied by a great many boars. For reasons unknown to me. Hey, maybe they've decided they like a diet of bamboo. How would they even get to it though? You'd have to knock it down. Would you just eat it where it stands? No, How do the pandas do it? Pandas have hands, so that's a good start. Though it is not much of a problem, I often have to go around them to collect bamboo. If you could chase those boars out, I can go and collect some bamboo. Now, can't I just get the bamboo and then just leave the boars where they are? We can begin work right away. Leave it to me. Man, this dark setting is making me tired. I shall wait for you here then. Once you've chased those boars out, come back and give me a shout. Always such a weird saying. Oh my gosh, it's so far out. I appear to have zoomed out way too far. There we go. I was literally about to just jump. And then I saw there was a teleport waypoint right there. Excuse you? That was rude. God. Chase them away. They're the ones chasing me. It doesn't even let me attack them.
Don't blink! Hey! Cut to the chase!
I didn't really do anything except stood around and got attacked by boars. Appears to have done it though. And it's still abysmal weather.
Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow.
I mean, true, but we've been pretty productive despite the weather kind of thing. I think you're needlessly pessimistic in this instance. And coming from me, that's saying something. Dude, do you not want to seek shelter from the downpour? So you chased those boars away. I really didn't. They knocked me over, and that's about the extent of my experience. That will do. I shall head over to collect bamboo for in a while. Once the ornaments are ready, I shall have them delivered directly to your hair pavilion. This order is quite large. There's quite the sum to be made here. Isn't that a good thing for your business? Well, let's settle. Let's head back to your hair pavilion and form Bywin. And let's... My God, that passed quickly. I'm here about those items you needed. This is the Meadow of Gems. Where did you get this book? I've searched high and low throughout Liyue and I couldn't find it even so. Jingzhao handwrote a copy for me. That poet? Why does everybody seem to know who he is? It seems that his reputation is well founded. Thank you for your help in preparing these objects. Once Master Lu sends those ornaments over, I will also arrange for him to receive appropriate compensation. Thank you for your help once again. And please, accept these for your aid. What did I get? More money! Level up materials. I'm briefly going to go to Wangshu Inn because I'm going to forget that there's a quest there. So I might as well just do it now. We know there are particular quests in Liyue Harbor, like, they ain't going anywhere. Oops, he's up here. Excuse me, I'm just going to steal your food, if that's okay with you. Seems to be morally ambiguous to me, but you know, whatever. What do I know? Garcia. This parameter and this one. Lutong. Mr. Garcia? No, almost. Wait, no. Ah, fascinating. How fascinating. Mr. Garcia. Ah, Lutong. My good Lutong. Have you helped me order that dish? Yes, the radish veggie soup has been ordered, sir. Yeah, it's sitting right there, getting cold. Wonderful. How considerate of you, dear Lutong. I'm sure that we shall have our processing formula this time. I'm looking forward to it, sir. Eh? What are they talking about? And what's the processing formula anyway? I'm not too sure myself. Let's go ask them. Let's go interrupt perfect strangers from their conversation to go, hey, we just eavesdropped. What the hell y'all talking about? Does that really seem appropriate? Well, let's go ask them. Maybe they're researching some kind of new dish, you know, one that we can try. Yeah, I don't think that's the answer, Paimon. This is really rude. Oh my god, we're going to interrupt them with seated. Oh, well, I didn't want to see my character anyway. So, I believe it might be worth mentioning that if we take today into account, we have now eaten radish veggie soup for 6 full days. Good god, that must be exhausting. My god, those are big serves. I've just realized how disproportionate they are to you. That would feed me for like a week. Oh my god. Our dire financial straits notwithstanding, I believe that our gastrointestinal circumstances are not to be ignored. And right you are, my dear Luton, sharp as ever, if I do say so myself. It may be due to these gastrointestinal issues that we have been unable to ascertain the flavour of this dish. We require a witness, Luton. We must find ourselves a third party. You flatter me, sir, but I believe that my point was, excuse me, what are you two doing? If you're wondering about a radish veggie soup formula. Aha, and here come our witnesses now. And there's more than one, to be sure. Wonderful. What witnesses, you mean us? Indeed. Pray tell, have you ever had radish? That was radish and veggie together, so it was reddish. Radish veggie soup. I mean, to be fair, it looks reddish. Are you familiar with its flavour and how it's made? Sir, I believe that we must at least apprise them of the whys and wherefores of this situation. Ooh, of course we know it well. Lunara knows how to make it too. Paimon, we really should hear what this is all about first. Right, yes, allow me to explain this commission. I hope you shall be amenable to it. I am Luton, and this is Garcia, my boss, who hails from Fontaine. Mr. Garcia is currently developing I believe it calls the numbering machine. More specifically, it is a tool that will allow people to perform various calculations. Is that about right, sir? As precise can be, my dear Luton. The number machine's functions are just so. A concise answer indeed. Yes, conciseness. We must be concise. That transformer is far too complex. Wait, what does this have to do with the reddish veggie soup? I think this question would be best answered by you, Mr. Garcia. But how should we simplify it? Oh, right, yes. Allow me to explain. Let us begin with the most elementary matters. Are you familiar with formulae? Not exactly. I'm not entirely familiar with what you mean either. Alright, that's alright. You may consider formulae to be an equation that is used to express a relationship between various quantities and which possesses a certain general applicability. Applicability. There we go. What? Sounds oppressive. No, it's just basic maths. I got it. Simply put, I mean, it could also be used in science, but in this particular case, I think we're talking about maths. We intend to use the numbering machine to attempt to write a recipe formula for radish veggie soup. I don't understand what you mean by that. Mr. Garcia believes that as long as we obtain the right formula, we can convert the method of making radish veggie soup into a sort of general procedure. Yeah, it's called a recipe. An idiot-proof procedure, if you will. As long as this procedure is followed, anyone can produce delicious radish veggie soup. Again, it's called a recipe, bro. Don't deviate and you'll get it right. That sounds pretty good, but couldn't you just have asked someone to teach you how to make the dish directly? Unfortunately, such a method is too greatly predicated upon natural talent. It's a recipe, bro. Don't make it too complicated. For people like Mr. Garcia and I, who lack any culinary predisposition at all, it is unlikely that we would be able to grasp the essence of any lessons that any chef, no matter how patient, might teach us. Look, weaponized incompetence is a thing, Luton. It is not that hard to chop shit up and follow instructions to cook them. Cooking at a base level ain't hard. In fact, I believe that Mr. Yansha of this very inn has experienced this firsthand. So do you need our help to calculate this formula? No, certainly not. I would never trouble you excessively in such a way. Precisely. We'd like you to serve us as our neutral third party. Simply put, we'll need you to try the reddish veggie soup that Mr. Garcia makes according to the formula and give comments. So we're here to be taste testers for some good grub, and I still hate the word grub. I'll be putting it a little bit mildly. Oh, it'll be fine. Anyway, Paimon's never eaten radish veggie soup made according to some formula before. Let's just give it a go. It's settled then. In which case, let us adjourn to the kitchen. Mr. Yanchao has kindly allowed us to use it. Mr. Garcia, sir, shall we proceed with the same steps for this experiment as before? Oh, right, sorry. I was just a little distracted. Too many unruly parameters floating about in my head, you know. But yes, let us go with our previous 3-step process. Back up we go. Let us begin Lutong with 10% less of each ingredient this time. Right then, step 1, begin cooking. Yes, sir. First, the water. Careful there with the speed at which the water is poured. It is most important. You know what's easier to cook? Stir fry. You should be cooking some mean-ass stir fry. Next, we have the ingredients. First, ingo the radishes. This looks more like an alchemy experiment than cooking. Will dishes made this way really turn out alright? And it is done. Radish veggie soup. Our process went quite smoothly, sir. Indeed, let us give it a try, traveller. You're welcome to have seconds if you two so wish. Is this going to be some inedible bullshit? Woohoo, let's dig in. Thanks. This tastes like... Sir, I suspect that these radishes must be cooked for a while longer. How did the mince turn out like this? I'm sure that I had calculated its optimal cooking time. Guess I don't have to drink it then. Woohoo! The flavour of soup is actually worse than what was made in our previous attempt. I fully concur with your position, sir. Alright, step 2. Feedback. I say, the formula must be missing one parameter or another, or our calculations are still imprecise. I must adjust the machine's algorithm. Lutong, have you recorded all the data from this cooking session? God, they really didn't need our feedback, did they? They've got enough feedback between the two of them. They've all been recorded, sir. Excellent. We're one step closer to success then. In that case, on to step 3. Requesting that a chef demonstrate the cooking process once more. I'm sorry, why are you all looking at me? You know Yanshal's over there, right? I think letting us use his kitchen was as far as he would give ground. I mean, he's literally just watching you use his kitchen. I fear that you're the only one we can count on to help us make that radish veggie soup, traveller. Do I know how to make it? Yes, I do. Thanks. You finished making the dish already? You must be skilled indeed. Apparently, since I've cooked it before. Everyone carries the dishes downstairs. It's soup. That's not ideal. Its flavour is mighty indeed, but I must say that it tastes entirely different from the radish veggie soup that Mr. Yanshell makes. Of course, everybody freaking makes it differently. He's a better cook than me. He literally cooks for a living. Pardon my curiosity, but how? How did you make this dish? What were the exact amounts of ingredients? What seasonings did you use and how? Hey, personal space. I'd appreciate it if you weren't right in my face. Even though there's absolutely no way he could do that on said table. I love how Paimon doesn't get a dish. Suck it, Paimon. Oh yes, my apologies. Still, I would like to know how you made that dish. In detail, please. You never know how the inspiration might come. I see. You explain the manner in which you make the radish veggie soup dish. I think that's what it says. There truly are too many variables involved in deciding the flavour of a single dish. Much computation is needed to refine our calculations, but I will need to improve my numbering machine to allow for more computations. I can only hope that I can find some inspiration in the Academia's library. Why did you want to create such a machine anyway? Good question. But before I answer that question, permit me to ask you one first. Do you think that the numbering machine possesses thought? Does your machine possess thought? Exactly. Please think on this question first, if you would. We can discuss this question when we next meet. As for now, I must organize some data first. Come, Lutong, we begin. Yes, sir. Ah, yes, please take these, good traveller. Please do not be upset with Mr. Garcia. This is just how he is. He's a weirdo. Are you two going to Sumeru? Indeed, Mr. Garcia wishes to read up on some resources at the Academia, and I've been hired to go with him. See, traveller, it'd be wonderful if we should have the fortune to meet again in Sumeru, and I believe Mr. Garcia would be most glad as well. What? We have to go to Sumeru? He gave me Primogems. I didn't see how many though. That is so not Sumeru. Oh my god. Which of these is the academia? I don't know. Isn't that just on the ground? Let's try this one. I can never remember where the entrance to the academia is. I don't know why it's so hard for me. Isn't this the Sanctuary of Sudarstana? That ain't it. There we go, found it. He said the library, didn't he? Gotta remember how to get there. Is it through this door? I don't remember. Yeah, the House of Dana, that's the one. Garcia. Garcia. I don't really have much in the way of a map. He's totally not gonna be here, is he? Garcia, the tongue. Itchy eye, sorry. Can't move while rubbing eye. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be exactly a straight line. Is there... I mean, they're insinuating there's a second part to this quest. Where do I meet them, though? Are strangers even allowed in here? This is a person who is clearly a stranger. Nope, not here. I wonder where we find them. And yes, this does necessitate a Google search. More's a pity. Oh god. Oh god. They're daily commissions. And it's not just one daily commission in Sumeru. There's like 5 or 6 different quests that you get as daily commissions. And I didn't read them all. I only read one, but one requires you to do it one of them at least 3 times. So that seems like super duper time consuming. Where do I go to change my... I do not care. My commissions. Let's change them to Sumeru. But that's gonna... And that's even assuming you get the commission. I just had that kind of drama with Mondstadt, so... I don't see me, like, ever completing that quest. Let's be real. Oh, never, ever, ever. Where am I even going? Leeway, harbor is here. Telling you that. Damn. I'm never gonna get it done. Okay, where was this guy? This kun no longer has a quest for me. Sheesh-kun. It never rains, but it pours. What's the matter? After that huge incident at the Rive Ascension. Good God, that was long ago. The streets have been filling up with Millilith. The tension in the air hangs over us like a shroud. Our doors aren't closed, but you know as well as I do how Leo often does business with other nations, and how many people from every nation live in our city. They've brought us prosperity and a fair amount of cultural exchange too. But this incident has caused many such people to be very ill at ease. I've been making preparations to try and calm people down, but with the situation as it is, I don't know where to begin looking for people good at international relations. Yeah, that ain't me. Wait a moment, traveller. You've been to many different parts of the world already, haven't you? You must be good at speaking to people from other nations. Just treat them like human beings, sir, and you'll be fine. Could I trouble you then to help me calm some of our guests down? I'll give it a try. Well then, please do. I really have no one else to turn to. I'm pretty sure you have a department that specializes in this, but so be it. Oh, good lord. Where are they? Are they at the eatery? No, because that'd be right there. Oh, so this is the Mondstadt lady, Frecky. And Jerry. Sister, we should just head back to Mondstadt. Oh, come now. Don't just eat any Zhongyuan chop suey next time. No, I wasn't talking about that. I mean, maybe I was a bit. But the main thing is what happened at the Rite of Descension. Just think about it, sis. That was like one of those big ceremonies the church holds in Lord Barbatus' honor. But if something like that could happen during such a ceremony, nowhere in Liyue is safe. We should head back to Mondstadt post-haste. Liyue is pretty safe. You see, Jerry, I'm not the only one saying it. There's also this... You're the honorary knight. I've heard of you. You took out Storm Terror. Dude, I've literally spoken to you before. I don't know what it was for, but I've spoken to you. See, Jerry, take it from the honorary knight. Liyue is a safe place. Let's just continue to enjoy our pursuit of gourmet food in peace. Even if you say so, what if Liyue is full of these frightening dishes, like Zhongyuan chop suey? Come on. Liyue is full of famous cuisine. You just haven't found one that suits your preferences yet. I'm sure that thing they call jade parcels will be more to your taste. Let's go try that next. But with Liyue in such a state, where will we go find someone who will make this dish for us? I can help to look for someone. You will? That's great. I mean, you managed to solve a dragon attack. I don't think a single dish will pose any trouble for you. Get yourself together, Jerry. Even the honorary knights come to help us. There's no way our gourmet journey can end here. Do I just have to give out parcels? I didn't talk to you. It finds it more terrifying than the incident that occurred during the Rite of Descension. Hopefully those jade parcels can restore his faith in Liyue's gourmet cuisine. Mustn't have any on me. Jade. I wish I would like put it at the top if it was like a quest requirement. I know the recipe. There it is.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
So do you mind to get those jade parcels? Here they are. Wow, this... Come on, Jerry. This one's definitely to your tastes. Really? Well, I'll give it a try. Oh, this aroma. It really is good. It seems that Jerry's been completely entranced by this dish. Well, guess it's the end of him wanting to go back to Mondstadt. Thank you, honorary knight. Looks like our journey will continue after all. Are these the only foreigners? Nope. I've got to go calm Ivanovich down. Dude, I just spent some quality time calming down Ivanovich, and you want me to do it again? This guy is too high strung and high maintenance for my needs. And he still isn't selling anything in his business. Maybe I should think of some other way. How you doing in the last 5 minutes since I last saw you? Me? Must be talking about the recent events here in Liyue Harbor. Well, I have no opinion on the matter, really. That said, the people who have been supplying me with Snezhnayan goods and who occasionally buy core lapis from me are very unnerved. I've told them that there should be no problem here in Liyue, but they said that they'd only be back in a few months, and that they'll wait and see how things play out for now. Fortunately, I'd already brought in several new batches of goods, so I can last for quite a while. I'm also taking the opportunity to stock up on some core lapis. I still need to man the store here, so could you ask Mr. Bole if he has any core lapis that could take off his hands? Got it. Thank you. Isn't he downstairs? Yes, he is. Mr. Barley. Are you sure this is really a time to talk business with me? Yeah. I mean, you're open, aren't you? It's about Ivanovich. Oh, you mean the outlander who does business near the mouth of the harbour? He still wants my core lapis. Sure. I'm the one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I just so happened to have a batch of core lapis with me. I'd originally prepared for it to go for another customer, but they declined for now, saying that Liyue hasn't been safe of late. If that fellow wants to buy, then I'm happy to sell. Go tell him that. I'll stay here and prepare the goods first. As long as I don't have to come back to collect the goods. Like, no. I hate coming here. It's too freaking time consuming to get out of here. So what was Mr. Bole's response? He said that he'll prepare the goods. That's great then. He's a businessman I can trust. When my less stout-hearted merchant comrades return to Liyue Harbor, it'll be time to make a killing. Is there a third? Let's go! What's your problem? Which harbour are you at? Of course you're at the other harbour. Why wouldn't you be?